Dear CEOs and industry leaders, you are most graciously welcome to AKULMAC Business Bunker. This is a forum where you are able to showcase your products to the masses, to the investor, to the prospects, and to your client. And if you want to promote your company and yourself, you have landed at the right place. Before we continue, do like and subscribe our channel. Hello, friends. Welcome to AKULMAC Business Bunker. And this Friday, we will be discussing a lot of B2B business opportunities. Also, we have a panel discussion lined up. While the panelists join, I will like to just very briefly tell you about AKULMAC. And we are we run a channel called Akumac Business Channel, and Akumac Business Bunker is fully supported by Akumac Business Channel, and therefore we are very popular social media influencers, having organic connections of up to 60,000 decision makers, and in the first degree, and in the second degree it goes up to 3 million. So we provide a very fine curated reach for our client. We have B2B and B2C business forums. We also go live almost daily. These are live streams on all social media platforms. uh, all the people who are associated with us are very carefully handpicked. Therefore, our clients get the right reach. And right now, also, we are live across all social media platforms. In terms of offerings, we have a sponsored feature video where you can actually sponsor a portion of a video, or you can actually advertise the entire video. All these possibilities are there. In terms of improving the engagement, we provide 8 different streams on our channel, and recently we have also launched a channel in Hindi to reach out wider audience. So this is a brief introduction about Akulmac and our activities. Before we start inviting guests, let me invite my co-host to the event. She is a CEO of Akulmac. Welcome, Kanchan.
Thanks for inviting me, and this is a great forum. And just to add that we are a consulting company, and we are quite a good forum for business people to advise upon. And it's better to contact us now and avail the rich reach to your clients.
Great, Kanchan. So let's invite our guests as guests are joining, and let me invite our guest here. So Sharda Rao, she's joining us from Hyderabad. Sharda, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, good afternoon, CK and Kanchan. So glad to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, and our next guest is Ranjana Kanti, and she's joining us from Gurgaon, I guess. Ranjana, why didn't you introduce yourself? Not sure if Ranjana can hear us. All right. So, uh, Dr. Shada, would you like to share something about yourself so that the viewers knows what is your background, etc.? It will be very beneficial
Okay,
for our viewers.
okay. I think at the outset, CK, like I shared, I'm very glad to join this forum today, and this is a very interesting platform that you have for people to share ideas and congregate. I'm not here on professional capacity, so at the outset, let me put that out. However, I will give a brief introduction about myself professionally. I have about 30 years in IT, and majorly into IT services in life sciences area primarily. The medtech, pharmaceuticals, payer and provider space. So this is what we are all about at Birlasoft, and I am vertical head for their unit responsible for delivery. So that's a little bit about me. I also have whole host of experience in other industries as well. I've been with most of the MNCs. I've worked at Microsoft and Cognizant and CSC, where we both work together. So there has been quite a big career path that I have. But very glad to be here today, especially discussing this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Shada. And I think a lot of people know you because you don't need any introduction. You are also a best-selling author and very well known in the industry. So, welcome, Shada, once again. Uh, Kanchan, you want to add something here?
Yeah, I just want to welcome her and so good to really know. And since you have just told us that she's an author, so that is a part of interest which I think I share with Sharda. So look forward maybe meeting
Wonderful.
you in person.
Wonderful. Likewise, Kanchan. I hope that opportunity arises soon. Likewise.
Right. Right.
All right, so let us begin our discussion today. I think Ranjana is having a little bit of technical issue. I think she must be sorting it out. Uh, so we conducted a survey where we actually posed a question about Elon Musk offering to buy Twitter, and the survey was on all social media platforms uh, for about a week. And the question was, what is our learning as a business, what as business people, what do you think of this kind of offer? And there were three options we had given. One of the option was, this is business as usual. And other one was, is it a hostile takeover, or is it something like improving the service offerings of Starlink? So, in terms of people, they have responded. 23% people feels that this is business as usual and happens. So we should not worry too much about it. If Elon Musk is buying Twitter, it's okay. He has the money, he can buy. Uh, 35% people, quite a large chunk of people, feel that it looks like a hostile takeover, simply because initially he was given a opportunity to join the board at 14.5% stake, but then line, and a few days after that he offered a mega deal to outright buy Twitter in cash. People feel that it is over, at least, but most majority of the people feel that Elon Musk, being Elon Musk, he is try, he's trying to strengthen the Starlink offerings. 42% people feel that way. So I think Ranjana is. I don't know whether Ranjana you can hear us. Ranjana, can you hear us? No, I think there's some technical issue there. So let's take the opinion, Sharda, as a business person. What do you think?
I think
Learning from this.
I think, see, at the, before I comment on this, I would say that I'm not really, following this in detail. But at the macro level, I think it's a little bit of all the three options, I would say. In business, M&A keeps happening, and acquisition for someone like Elon Musk is perhaps, par for the course for certain, major KRAs that he might want to pursue, right? So I would say it's a little bit of business as usual. It's also a little bit of garnering, pretty solid user base, right? I have a little bit of views in terms of why I usually typically get into something by looking at their own motivation primarily, right? And if you listen to a few weeks ago, he did talk about this. And here is a very, very intelligent human being that pays a lot of attention to why he does something. I mean, we've all looked at Tesla. We've looked at its growth. We've all pursued the whole Mars, forays that are happening. So we do understand that these are all typically premeditated, right? To an extent. Um, I would say, for me, the way I understood, let me encapsulate and hope this makes sense to a lot of people. But if you see media, right, social especially, I think all of us can agree that this is very, very curated. It is influenced and sort of, to use an extreme word, it is also herded, right? It's shepherded so much. How you use a platform, what content you see on the platform, what are your preferences, and how you as a nodal point can help monetize some of the goals that the platform has, right? So it's all about the money. And that is how it is devised. It need not be a large platform like Twitter, even if it is a small app like Swiggy. There is that monetary aspect that is there. So at the very outset, someone may look at it and say that this is Twitter, and so it's all about the economy, right? But I would tend to lean on reading between the lines of what Musk is talking about, right? Where he says uh, he is advocating for free speech. Now, people can be very divided here, and I'm very cognizant of that in terms of you know it's all very well for him to talk about the moral code while looking for monetary motives, right? Be that as it may, I would still say that he is one of the very few proponents of democracy in communication and free speech and free expression, again, quote unquote, within the limits of the legal mandates or framework that the world demands, especially in the US and areas like Europe and Asia, I would say, right? So this is what I would say, that he probably is looking to create an inclusive arena for free speech. And for him, it is important that people have the platform with this kind of influence, a platform such as Twitter that can offer open communication, both in reality, I mean, in perception, yeah, it does talk about open communication, but how it lands really is very much up for discussion. And to my mind, it's very, very curated and influenced, right? So it is important to have free and open dialogue, and I think that is the why behind Elon Musk's hostile takeover, quote unquote, however we are calling it, right? It is not about oligarchy in social platforms. It's not about the monopoly that he's looking for. Uh, it's not at all about economics. He's rich enough, and he probably has other avenues that he can easily, explore his lines of business. I think he's a little bit of an absolutist in terms of expression and how it is correct in terms of someone's tweets being tweaked, right? Being doctored. Sometimes some tweets are promoted aggressively. Some tweets are completely invisible and embedded so deep that it's really difficult to find them. Sometimes they are completely what do you call, missing. They are deleted. So I think his call, or his clarion call, is all about how would we make the transparency happen, just like you have apps like the modern apps, large modern apps like Linux, or you have Signal, which kind of is the code is up on GitHub. So it should be like that fundamentally, where if someone has doctored a tweet, you should be able to tag that, and you should be able to make that open and accessible to the coder community, and likewise. so that people are having the trust to be able to navigate this platform, and to be able to have the confidence that whatever they are saying, their voice is heard in that shape and form, right? I think that is my view. And glad to add to the other panelists, but I would like to open with this largely.
Sharda, thank you so much for opening comments and remarkable. You have actually nailed the right the issue here, and it's basically it's all about money and it's about control, and that is why you can call it whatever. But before we move to other panelists' comment, um, I suddenly saw Ranjana again disappeared. uh, maybe she's joining back.
I did see that she said she can speak now. So
Hello.
Yeah. Ranjana, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm so sorry. And because I'm in hospital right now, so and I wanted to attend this, so it was becoming difficult. Anyway, no problem. Thank you so much, Chandrakant, for giving everyone such nice platform and connecting people, connecting organizations. So you are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, Ranjana. I think floor is open for you. You can introduce people about your work and about yourself before we move ahead in our discussion today.
Yes. See, my name is Ranjana Kanti. I'm from NGO called India Redefined, which is now since 13 years running this NGO, since 2009. And we have got around 1.3 million supporters, not only in India, in every state, also in some other countries also. And we have got expert channels, we have got technology providers, we have got implementation partners, and you can say that we are becoming one stop solution for all our activities. Any corporate can give us any part in any domain, we can perform that, we can implement that in particular state.
All right, Ranjana, thank you so much for giving this introduction, and you're doing a great job. And thank you for your compliments also. Welcome to the show. So I think I will come back to you, but first let me go back to Kanchan. And Kanchan, what is your opinion about this particular business move by Elon Musk? Where there are three options, and you can see the survey which is displayed on the screen right now. What is your opinion? Over to you.
Well, I will go the people who are saying 42% because I feel that all this effort is being done to boost the Starlink because in any case, if we are taking Geo or we are taking Airtel, so he wants to make a tutor as a package. And at the same time, it says he's already a rich person. He need not to really earn money from Twitter, but maybe he wants to make an open source of social media companies algorithm. And a part of this, I think that is will boost his business. I want to popularize Starlink. At the same time, the challenge which I feel for Musk is that he has to really convince the shareholders that this is a business move rather than a personal move. So I will go with the 42% of the opinion, and I seriously believe in that. And he may be talking some other social media platform, and which is a kind of requirement to boost his business, which is the Starlink.
All right, Kanchan, thank you so much for your comment. And now it's my turn. I'm not sure whether Ranjana can, you can hear Ranjana?
Yeah, yeah, there was a lot of disturbance here, no problem. But thank you so much, Chandrakant. I am now promoting you also. You promote me and I am promoting you. I want to be like you, promoting everyone, connecting.
All right. So before I start, I would like to know your opinion on this business news that you heard about. something that Elon Musk is doing. So let me display this. I'm not sure whether you can see, but let me display the survey results. And over to you, Ranjana, your opinion, please,
I'm,
if you have.
I think I'm a wrong person to ask about these things. There are so many experts, will be better.
All right, so I'll come back to you, Ranjana. So let me give my 2 cents on this. Is that I think uh, it is business as usual, because people with money will tend to acquire more money, as Sharda was saying. And so it's not about only making money. I think it's also making about making the name in history, registering yourself as an icon forever, just like Steve Jobs, or Indira Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi, things like that. So I think Elon Musk is now looking beyond making money, and it's basically business as usual. So I go with the with the people who have voted the least, basically. But I feel that it is important to also have that understanding. So from my side, I will say business as usual. But, for a moment, taking the discussion forward, as Kanchan was saying, uh, nobody wants to buy a plain pipe for internet anymore. I mean, say for example, if you're in India, you are buying different Airtel or Geo in your office or your home, but there are cheaper ones also available, and much better throughput. Still, people don't want to buy those things. So, Sharda, I want to come back to you. Um why people don't want to buy simple pipes, and that could be one of the reasons that Elon Musk wants to acquire some social media, so that he can bundle the whole offering along with his Starlink project. Your opinion, Shada, on that?
See, I think definitely the Starlink aspect is there, even for us as businesses. When you're looking at 5G, right, and the applicability of the same, there are various use cases that are talking to affordability and reach and accessibility in areas where it is absolutely impossible today. Like take life sciences itself. If you want to take healthcare into sub-Saharan areas or areas where literally there is no connectivity, tomorrow 5G will open up that world completely. So while there are very fundamental, solid business cases that are being devised, either for healthcare or for consumer or banking, right? Um, uh, uh, Everyone of Musk's caliber, or any business leader for that instance, will never overlook the opportunity that that offers, right? In terms of reach and affordability and accessibility. And 5G is definitely the bandwagon which people have been talking about for at least the past 8 quarters, I would say. Now, if you look at this in specific, any acquisition, like when LinkedIn itself was, looked into by Microsoft and acquired, right, a few years ago, what did they do that for? If you take a step back and see, they looked for the user base, they looked for the trustworthy user base and people of influence, and what leverage that they could get from a platform of that nature, because it affords a vast influencing capability that you cannot really usher in a hurry, right? So what is the best way to do that? Definitely something like this. Now Twitter is a 220 million user base. That is not small, right? Let's say even if I was just listening to this analyst today morning, where he said that let's say Musk decided to monetize this. First off, he has Twitter is a user base that has like celebrities worldwide, it has influencers worldwide, it is a political platform, a whole host of things. While it calls itself quote unquote social, at the same time there are a very good stratification of user base that you can access. Then it is 220 million, right? The third is that if you literally decided to look at a very, very small monetization, let's say you said, I'm going to charge you $1 per month for using Twitter, right? Immediately you will see a drop in user base. Maybe about 10 million will leave, but that will still leave a very, very large percentage of people who will decide to stay, primarily because network is everything today, right? So if they decide to stay, that means you are looking at $12 per user. So that is like, straight away it is about 30% of top line. So that makes business sense, right? From that standpoint, if you look at it. So I don't think Musk will overlook something like that. Secondly, I already spoke about affordability and reach, using communication as a platform and 5G. And third, to get to your question as to why people don't look for a simple pipe today, it's not about entertainment. If you look at even pure play entertainment platforms, OTT, like take Netflix for instance, right? It is not just about entertainment today. Today started as media and entertainment, but then you are adding documentaries where the influencing can come in. Then using the user base today, you are actually curating content per region, per geography, per taste. And then soon it could come to a stage where people will start putting ads like you see in YouTube today. They force the person to look at ads. And AdSense is a completely different technology where the algorithm actually serves you the same content based on your preference. It is not like real intelligence. It is virtual intelligence and social intelligence and AdSense and how it can monetize all of the preferences. So the algorithms are very assiduously written to kind of make money out of all of this. So you start with a 200 million user base, and then you start influencing on top of that. Then you start looking at how expression is happening on that. You have a huge, huge landscape to make an impact, make money, have reach, and probably that is an opportunity that is not to be missed, right?
Absolutely, Sharda. I fully agree with you. In fact, you talk about 200 million snowballing 10 times in terms of traffic. And that is what the Twitter brings on the table. Even in our
Yeah.
channel, also, the highest churn that we see for AKULMAC also on Twitter. So on LinkedIn, say, for example, there are 200 views for our channel every day, but Twitter maybe about 1200. So we can still straight away see the churn that is happening, even though LinkedIn is much bigger than Twitter. But
Yes.
Twitter is a micro blogging site. It snowballs. So before we move forward, since Ranjana is here with us today, and she is a very well known humanitarian, known across India, across the world. So I will invite Ranjana to little bit give more information about her activities and how the businesses who are watching our program today can get associated with the CSR activities that Ranjana is running across India, across the world. Ranjana, over to you.
Yes, see, we are inviting actually all those organizations who want to be part of us, to be on board with us in their own domain. You, I can explain it to you later if we have more time is there. Like, suppose you don't come under CSR, then also you can associate with us, and we can make very good social sector programs, or we already have some programs which your organization can sponsor, and they get their advertisement also with us, because that goes so at so many places, and organizations are involved with that, like that with us. If you have your NGO, then you can be in our third sector partnership program. Yeah, any question?
This is
Yes,
very
Ranjana,
interesting. I don't have a question, but Ranjana, I think I will definitely want to connect with you again to be able to work together towards some of my own personal goals towards effective altruism. So I will reach out to you later, definitely.
You can take my phone number or contact number from Chandrakant, and you can write me. So I'll just send you a message. You will understand where there are even a student can join for internship programs.
Wonderful.
Suppose you are some common person, you can join as a volunteer or as a doer yourself. You want to lead a program, you can be coordinator. If you are NGO, there are 450 NGO partners in our third sector partnership program. You are expert in something, you can entangle with us in our implementation part. You means your technology or your this thing we can use in our program somewhere. You can even on my platform there are exporters, importers, buyers, sellers who are doing their business also. You can say so. There are various ways we can make very good collaborative approach we can have. And our presence is in all states from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. 13 lakh supporters are there. And you can Chandrakant just one interview. You can see that also in his series of interviews where I explain things. So you take my number and wherever, however you want possibly. And Indian Time is also becoming, with the citizen work and movement, it is becoming anti-corruption movement slowly.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
All right, Shada, I will share the number after the event. So moving on our subject, over to Kanchan now. Kanchan, um I think we have discussed most of the thing today regarding the survey that we have conducted on Elon Musk. Nevertheless, your last comment, just to see if anything we have missed out in terms of how you want to see the uh, the the web or internet shipping up because of this acquisition in future.
Well, actually, I'm not able to hear because there's a disruption in the connection. Can you repeat this question again, please?
Yeah, because now Twitter is one of the major, major player, as Sharda had explained, that it has the ability to snowball. So, how do you see the acquisition of Twitter by Elon Musk is going to shape the internet itself in years to come? Your opinion on that?
Well, I feel that though sometimes I really I see the news, I feel that there's a little hostility, and initially Musk said he wants to take over the Twitter, and later he has changed his mind. So things are moving on in terms of how he will be putting his money and how he will deal the relationship with Twitter. But what I really feel is that this is more a business related move rather than anything else. So if he really acquires a Twitter, that will be a great business move, and it will be benefit in the Starlink or other businesses which he is doing.
Right, Sharda, your last comments on this subject.
Uh, Last comments. I think. See, communication that began as social, right? About a decade ago, when it began, it was just to connect people, right? Have people share information about themselves, and people started to share their life online. If you look at Meta today, or the entire Insta platform, right? There's a whole host of connectedness that happens on social platform. But if you look at the opportunity it affords, right, it is definitely a public utility, right? It is energy in some sense. And it should be, it ought to be uh, catering to certain tenets, right? How open is it? How trustworthy is it? And how transparent is the way in which the platform is coded itself, right? What are the security aspects of the same? Of course, I'm not saying that people should be able to leverage it to incite countries towards how they react to events like war. Or, I'm not saying that, but all I'm saying is there is vast opportunity for us to be able to create communities, to be able to gestate thought and leadership around how the harnessing can happen on a platform of this scale, right? So it is definitely a public utility and should be considered such. And I do think somewhere Elon Musk is also looking at it in that sense, to democratize communication, to make transparent how people can congregate and how sharing can happen and how it can be utilized and monetized thereof. It is just not about the economy or the business aspect. It is about something much larger than that. It has the aspects of the ethics of AI. Like if you look at DeepMind today, right? How they are stating certain programs in DeepMind to have diversity as an aspect that is focused on, to have inclusiveness, to have equity for every user on the base, right? And that is how the entire gestation of the neural network happens. So Elon Musk talks about the biological neural network, which is our brain, which means that um, definitely the view is much more macro than just economics. So I think I would like to close with that. We need to cognize that this is not just business, this is about something much larger.
Something much larger, as Dr. Shada Rao says. I also fully concur. I believe the plan is to go to Mars, and you just cannot go to Mars without replicating Starlink on Mars. So there will be one network on Mars, and there will be one network on Earth, and that's how you establish connectivity. And I think connectivity with Twitter type of platform as part of the entire network, which will allow you to basically send quick messages and things like that. I think that is where this may be going. The deal is not done yet, but I think we can, as business people, have a lot of learning from this. We can speculate what opportunities may come our way. And I think Dr. Shada Rao touched the right point, because I think this is the AI world. We are getting into Web 3.0 with augmented reality and artificial intelligence. And this move of Elon Musk is showing us the way. So, thank you, all the panelists, for joining us today. We had a very, very uh, interesting discussion today. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you so
Shada
much.
Rao, Ranjana, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
And we will catch up next week. And for today, I like to say goodbye, and we'll catch up all the viewers next week again. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe. And if you have any question, do send in your comments or messages from whichever platform that you're watching us. And any points that you want to discuss in the next event, please feel free to send in your those comments. So for today, we like to say goodbye, only to catch you again at 2:30 next Friday. Bye bye, friends.